Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hey, I saw your eyes move a little. I know you're awake.
There you are. I was getting worried for a second that I'd have to haul you over to town myself. What are you doing here? I said, what are you doing here? Humans aren't generally allowed in this forest unless they have a pass, which, from what I saw in your bag, you don't. Well, I wasn't going to just blindly trust a stranger, especially in an elf forest. You still haven't answered my question, though. What are you doing here? You can't remember. I see. Looks like you got hurt pretty bad. Do you remember what happened at all? That's not good. From the looks of the hoof marks on the ground, I'm guessing your horse got spooked and you fell off when he sped away. Don't be too impressed. I'm a tracker. Well, by hobby. But that doesn't matter. Anyway, can you move? Here, I'll help you sit up. I don't usually treat strangers to a checkup, especially around here. But given the circumstances, I'd say this is necessary. The last thing you need is to be caught without a pass in an elven forest and have no way to defend yourself. The pass, by the way, is still an issue for me, but I'll choose to ignore it until I finish up. Since it looks like you have a pretty nasty bump on your head, it's only fair that we check your sensory perception. Given that you apparently have amnesia, it's better to check for a concussion just in case. I'm going to do a basic sound test. Do you know how these work? What I'm going to do is make a sound on one side of your head, and you tell me where it came from. If you're right, then we're good. If not, well, then we may have a problem. For this to work, though, you have to keep your eyes closed. Seriously? If I were a thief, I would have robbed you already. And much worse. Besides, I looked through your bag earlier, remember? You didn't have much of anything. So, back to the task at hand. Are you ready? Where did you hear that? Good. How about now? Relax. I was just testing you to make sure it wasn't dumb luck. Where did you hear that one? Right, good. Okay. What about this? Where's this coming from? Good. Why are you blushing? Are you... Oh. Forget about it. Let's just move on. Your ears are working fine, and your pupils seem a little dilated, but normal. Looks like the only thing that bump on your head did was knock out your memory. Here, let's see what we can do about those cuts. This may sting a little. Sorry about that. I've been studying medicine for a few years. You didn't have to ask. I saw it in your eyes. I kinda had to learn a lot of things, like tracking, medicine, language, in order to... Well, that's not really important. Now let's wrap up those cuts. Do you have any idea what you could have been doing in an elven forest? I don't know if you remember, but they're not exactly the most welcoming to humans. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you once I finish up these bandages. I mean, usually I'd say you're on your own, but I'd feel bad leaving you out here with no weapons or supplies. I suppose I could take you back to town with me, but don't mistake my mercy for weakness. If you try anything, well, not that it matters, I don't think you will. Call it foolishness, but part of me actually kind of believes you. Maybe it's the look in your eyes. Anyway, we've been sitting out in the open like this long enough, wouldn't you agree? If you're coming with me, we should probably head out. But before we go, I should let you know I have 3 rules. 1. Keep your mouth shut. 2. No prying questions. And 3. Stay within my sight at all times. While we were talking earlier, I happened to notice this interesting arcanic tattoo. Mind telling me about that? Of course. But this is usually a prison tattoo of some kind, used for smuggling in supplies and conjuring up weapons. Your memory could be a ticking time bomb, and I'm not so comfortable having a possible criminal walk behind me. Don't worry, I'm not going to hold that against you or anything. Elven rules have been way off the rails as of late, so it could be a misunderstanding. Although, I am going to keep an eye out, just in case. Wait, do you hear that?
It's impossible.
Elves. We better get out of here. I have a pass, but I'd rather not deal with him right now. Feel okay enough to get on a horse? I'll help you up. Hup. Here, let's go. We'll be in town by sundown.